Hey, it's party time, Mom. Welcome to another episode. Those of you who have been waiting all weekend long, we're back. Monday. I'm so excited to be here. The Studio 22 mothership. We are flying into the nether regions that are all things Joe Biden's anger. The puppet master, Mark, the perfectionist, is at the helm. He is driving this ship. And Super Mario Chris Cruz is watching over all things. You can hear him giggle. Don't listen to him talk. You don't understand Puerto Rican. Speaking of Puerto Ricans, the lovely Sarah Gonzalez is in the hot seat.
I'm not Puerto Rican.
Oh, you're not going to let her claim that? All right, fine. Well, she's from somewhere. It ain't here.
Too many Hispanics to remember details.
Somewhere. This is a very multicultural show.
It is.
Me and Mark, we're the only wasps around here keeping this thing level in the paradigm. You know what I'm saying?
I'm only here for affirmative action.
Oh,
It's the only reason I'm here.
Glad. What do you want to talk about first? Let's do a little update of the weekend. First of all, fantastic show in Waco. We made it happen. They tried to not let it happen. We made it happen. So we had fun in Waco. And then Pepper, my dog, my bloodhound, got the nose on that dog. She finds everything.
Oh, John.
You know how normally you see a dog just walking around with their nose to the ground? They're looking for a place to pee. Well, bloodhounds, they're just
right.
They're always apparently looking for a place to pee. But she's just sniffing everything, just solving crimes. And so we were in the green room at the Hippodrome. Hippodrome was built, that theater was built in 1904.
Wow.
I think they updated it in 1906, and that's been it. We were down in the green room, and she was just rooting around down behind one of the chairs down there. She comes out with a big ball of fur in her mouth, and our friend, Texas Freedom Coalition, Sarah Fields, she was there. Sarah reaches over and pulls the ball of fur out. It's a mouse. It was a mouse. And she had it in her hand. Dead mouse.
Oh.
Dead mouse, 5. And so she throws it down on the ground, screams. The dog snaps it right back up. And Party Foul Steve, he's over there smacking the dog. Yes, Party Foul Steve is alive. He still talks to us. He's smacking the dog on the head. And I'm like, she's not going to drop it. So me, I'm the toxic male. I've got to walk over there. I grab her and I pull the mouse out. I'm holding the mouse, And I would have just let her chew on the mouse. But the mouse probably had poison in it. So... And the thing's probably been dead since 1963.
That's what I wish that I knew. Like, was it dead before Pepper got a hold?
Hard as a rock.
Oh.
It was like one of those Christmas decoration styrofoam deals. Ugh. So then we took off. That wasn't the last of the dead things in our lives. We took off to go to Magnolia, Texas, to do the Boots for Troops benefit. 4,500 of our closest friends showed up out there. My boy Jimmy Rogers with Boots for Troops to it on an awesome show. We went down there, me, Steve Helms, Ben McPherson, the Ragamuffins. We played. They had it was a big party. But on the way down there, we're going through College Station, and here comes a deer. And we're in my truck. I'm driving. And Steve Helms goes, Steve ends every statement with baby. Yeah. Watch out, baby. Baby, watch out, baby. Here comes a deer, baby. Here comes a deer, baby. And bam! 70 miles an hour. I didn't even slow down. I just kept on going.
And your truck?
Yeah.
Yeah, the probably
my truck.
Yeah, like a tiny dent, maybe?
Yeah, not even. I mean, my truck is Robo Truck. So bam! And hour later, Allison, everybody knows Allison. She was passing through. She goes, I see your deer. I just left her right in the middle of the road. And... yeah, that truck's so badass, it didn't even leave any fur on it. Just,
that's great. I mean, you do feel safe in trucks like that, because it's like,
well, that
you got to worry about the
bumper,
other guy, not me.
That road armor bumper, I call it my protest buster. I mean, it's a cage, right? So,
yeah.
Hey, rest in peace and general blessings, and God bless family of Colin Powell. We'll talk a little bit about that. He passed away. It was yesterday, right? Sunday? Or last night? Yeah,
it was this morning, I think.
It was this morning. I got the news this morning. I found out about it. So our condolences there. We'll talk a little bit about that because it carries some significance there. But General Colin Powell, who was Joint Chief of Staff, U.S. Secretary of State, Chairman, again, of the Joint Chiefs. I think he was the first black Joint Chiefs and the first black Secretary of State as well.
Which the media didn't like to talk about when he was actually in office because it was under a Republican.
Yeah, fully vaccinated.
Yes.
Depending on how you define that. And still died of, fully blah, blah. And died of complications. So, as Norm Macdonald said, we all know how we're going to die now. We just don't know in what order, right?
Yeah.
That's the truth.
It's great.
A lot to get into today. I'm glad you guys are here. Sarah, you're going to hang out with me for a couple of days.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about our social media debacles when we come back.
Can't wait.
Social Security Administration's computer servers, they're 45 years old. The computer servers at Health and Human Services are 50. Those are old computers. Maybe that's how cyber criminals hacked U.S. Census Bureau's computers, where everything about you, if you ever filled out the census, is stored. The threat of some cyber thieves stealing your credit card isn't your biggest risk. Massive risk is when he takes over ownership of your home. That's called home title theft. The FBI calls it one of the fastest growing crimes. Cyber criminals simply hack into vulnerable government, bank, or mortgage company servers where copies of your home's title is stored, forges your signature on a quitclaim deed stating you sold your home to him. Yeah, it's that easy. Borrows on your home, leaves you in debt. You won't even know it until the collection notices show up. You might even get evicted. Protect your most valuable asset. Go to HometitleLock.com. Register your address to see if you're already a victim and use promo code RADIO. You'll get 30 free days of protection. Again, that's HometitleLock.com. Promo code RADIO, HometitleLock.com. Be right back. Money! I like money. You know why? Because money means freedom. Freedom. You know what I mean?
It does.
I just always thought about it that way.
Money can't buy you happiness directly.
Yeah.
But indirectly, it does a hell of a job.
It does. Well, I've been poor.
Yes, exactly.
And I know what being poor does for me.
Right.
Right? No, it doesn't buy you happiness. And if you're not careful, the greed thing it sneaks in. I don't care how pure your heart is. And mine is like driven snow. My heart is like white on rice on a paper plate on a sheep in a snowstorm. Mm-hmm. Okay, it is. My heart is so white.
Actually, it really is.
My heart is like a supremacy heart.
Well,
right? That's how so white.
A KKK heart.
It's Chris Cruz heart. I think that part of it is because I'm an entrepreneur, right?
Yes.
You're an entrepreneur.
Yes.
I'm a hustler.
Yes.
Bam, let's go get it.
Yes.
I'm a goose. I wake up in a new world every day.
Why America was supposed to be great.
Right. And I think everybody in the world should have that kind of liberty and that kind of freedom. And it's a shame that people let these tyrants just run over them globally. And because they're the ones with all the money. Like you go to the socialist countries, you go to Venezuela where everybody's starving to death, but the people in charge are billionaires.
Yeah, of course.
I was doing a show yesterday. I was on a podcast and we were sitting in the studio and they said, what is your solution? I said, I'm encouraging everybody to go back and watch the Pixar movie Ants, where Hopper says if these ants ever figure out that they're stronger than us, there's more of them than there are of us. We're in trouble. I encourage people to go back and watch that. Go get you some. So yesterday, I'm in this funk right now, Sarah. Do you get where you just don't want to do social media?
100%. It is a full-time job in and of itself.
Yeah.
I feel like I need a person to work for me just to do my social media.
Yeah.
It's exhausting. So yes, I frequently don't want to do social media.
So Allison, last night, I was texting her as I was traveling back into town, and we were looking at hiring some marketing people for our apparel business. Watch Chad.com for all the fun stuff is. We were, and she was like, if I could just have somebody handle all the campaign stuff I'm doing, I could handle the marketing. And I'm like,
right.
No. And I'm like, but you don't need to be handling what you're doing on either of those, right? Because you're so far down in the weeds, you need to be at a higher level business-wise on everything we're doing. And I get it. I'm like, everything we've built has kind of been intuitive, right?
Yeah.
It's time to apply some science to it. So I say all that to say, yesterday I jumped on social media and you had posted about my book, looking so lovely.
Thank you.
Got them lips, did. I like them lips, girl. And so I was scrolling through because I have all these pictures of you on my phone.
Oh. So you were scrolling through my folder.
I have a Sarah folder. Well, there's a couple of Sarah folders. Yours is the one without an H.
Oh, okay.
So I go through.
It better be the first one, the top one.
And I found the one with one of you wearing my hat, and I promoted American Beauty by Sarah, no H. American Beauty by Sarah.
Which I appreciate.
Your new makeup line.
Yes.
And I said, hey, if you're looking for makeup, I said, I don't wear it, but I do like those of you who do. Something smart ass. I said,
right.
My God, what's wrong with people? Like, people just like, how dare you promote products?
I don't get it, Chad, because I had the same, it's not the overwhelming majority on either post, right? But you have the same subset of people who come on and criticize you for, like, I don't know, celebrating capitalism.
Yeah.
And then these are the same people who wonder why we can't ever get anything freaking done. Yeah. It's like, it's because of idiots like you who can't just say, cool, great job supporting your friend. Hey, you know what? That's a woman who makes makeup for women who love America. I love that. I'm in.
How dare you support and promote American-made products?
Oh, my God.
So they took out of both sides of their mouth, and and they were like, well, Chad's got us fund a governor campaign. I'm like, that is not how we pay for campaigning.
American Beauty.
By selling Sarah's products.
American Beauty is not funding Chad's campaign as much as I love him and want him to win. That's not how it's working.
So, like, I have certain things, like we have conservativeoil.com. Right? That is Verve. That's the CBD products for anxiety for veterans. Well, it supports veterans. The Verve does. Mm-hmm. And so they gave us conservativeoil.com if people like CBD oils and stuff.
Right.
So I'll promote that because I use it.
Yep.
So the Sleep Aid at Alpha Elite, I use it. Mm-hmm. Like if I'm using something, American Hat Company, I wear them.
Yeah.
But like I don't wear your makeup.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. No. Yeah. Well, I have gotten a few requests of people asking that I could put some on you.
But that's the thing. Like, but I support you.
Right.
You.
Yeah.
And it's like, look, guys, this is what friendship and community and capitalism and marketing and promotion, this is what it looks like.
It's incredible to me that people don't, and they also just have this idea that they somehow get a say in how you run your social media.
Yeah.
I'm like, I had someone who said, I think it was when I posted about your book, actually, and he said, you know what? There's too much personal promotion lately. I would prefer if you would just go back to talking about the issues of the day.
I saw that. And my thing is, what they don't understand is maybe Facebook, Instagram, whoever, they let you see what they want you to see.
Right.
Like people say, well, I sure do miss, every place I go.
Yeah.
Sure do miss you doing those videos in the truck. I'm like, do them every week.
I do them. Yep.
Every single week.
Yep.
But you don't see them because Facebook doesn't let you.
Right.
There's a gatekeeper there. So it's just a weird psychological thing. And I just took, 5.5 minutes to promote us some more. Just like that.
Yeah, thanks.
Because you know what? F you.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, those who matter don't mind, and those that mind don't matter.
Right.
I had a guy on, Texas Scorecard. I encourage people to go find this. I did a 30-minute interview with Brandon Walton from Texas Scorecard. They interviewed me and the other candidates, and I shared it. And their video, there's a guy who commented on there, and he said he's going to get chewed. He doesn't have a chance. He's going to get chewed up by these backbiting liars. We need somebody else in there. And I'm like, so what are you saying? You want to elect more backbiting liars? And he goes, are you saying your opponents are backbiting liars? Are you saying that about Alan West and Don Huffines? And I said, no, I'm using your logic.
Right.
You just said that the only person who can handle backbiting liars is obviously other backbiting liars. What's it going to be? So you start calling people out on stuff like that, then they're like, start getting a little bit defensive.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, no. You want a backbiting liar. You want somebody that'll fight back. You said I'm going to get chewed up and spit out. Why don't you chew me up and spit me out, son?
Yep. It's God, social media is such a blessing and a curse.
Yeah.
People they get to be so ugly on there, acting like, especially when there's a blue check mark involved, as if you're not a real person. You're just a figurehead on a screen, and they can say whatever the hell they want. But God forbid you take 2 seconds to say something back to them, and then you're the bad guy.
So if you respond too, it's going to be rude.
Yeah.
No matter what you say, it's rude. Hey, Chris, so the other day I'm sitting there, we're waiting to do the show in Waco. I'm just filling everybody in on this stuff because it's my show and I can. I was sitting there at the bar the other day. We were waiting to go across to do the show. And the bartender, she goes, I know you. She goes, you're like somebody, right? And I go, well, it depends on who you ask. And she goes, no, I know. She goes, like, you are somebody. And then you get, my mom loves you, right? It's always the mom. And so she goes, I'm going to follow you on Instagram. And so this is where she said something next and I had to play it cool.
Oh, gosh.
She scrolls. She goes, there you are. She goes, oh, my God, you're followed by Joe Rogan. I am so jealous. And I was like, yeah, yeah. And so she does her little thing, and I immediately go to my Instagram, and I search Joe Rogan, and I'm like, holy shit, I'm followed by Joe Rogan.
You sent it to me.
I sent you a screenshot, and I was like,
what?
I'm like, maybe I'll follow him back. I don't know.
That's awesome. I'm waiting for your invite.
Like, I've been 1 degree of separation from Joe forever.
That's so funny.
And I'm like, now he's following me. I'm like, what did I do to get followed by Joe Rogan?
I would love to know.
13.5 million followers this guy's got.
Jeez.
But anyway, so that I was like, okay.
This is our way in. This is our way in to get you on his show.
Maybe
one step closer.
I'm thinking Joe doesn't check his messages, like his DMs. Maybe.
And Chad, I don't want to correct you. But I keep seeing on the YouTube chat, you keep getting the movie wrong. It's not Ants.
Oh, it's A Bug's Life.
Bug's Life. And we have a clip of it.
No. Is it Bug's Life?
It is A Bug's Life.
Bug's Life's about the circus.
Can you play that one?
There was that ant that stood up to me.
Yeah, but we can forget about him.
Yeah, it was just one ant. One ant.
Yeah, you're right. It's just one ant.
Yeah, boss, they're puny.
Puny? Say, let's pretend this grain is a puny little ant. Did that hurt?
Nope.
Well, how about this one?
Are you kidding?
Well, how about this?
Yeah, Bug's Life. That's what I meant.
Well, you can take the normal social media route, and when someone corrects you, you can just be a giant dick back to them.
Blast them. Bug's Life. Well, I tell you, that Hopper was voiced by pedo Kevin Spacey.
Oh.
So that ought to tell you right there.
Wow.
Yeah, self-fulfilling right there. So anyway, as we mentioned, Colin Powell passed away. General Colin Powell, Secretary Colin Powell, Chairman Colin Powell. And, there are people who say, oh, well, he supported Obama. And okay, blah, blah, blah. Did a lot of great things. Was a great leader. And certainly a nation is thankful and we mourn. But complications from COVID-19, which could mean a lot of things. He was 84 years old, so it could have been anything. Fully vaccinated and, of course, received treatment, as they all do at Walter Reed National Military Medical Center. Horrible thing. Like, I've just kind of, like, the takeaways that I'm getting on all of this stuff is if you have a comorbidity or you're of a certain age and you just have some things, some issues that are there, this thing hits you. It doesn't matter if you're vaccinated or not. If it affects certain things a certain way, it's going to be very problematic for you.
Yes. And I mean, to your point, he was immunocompromised because he was fighting, I don't remember what kind of cancer, but he had cancer as well.
Yeah. And there's been various others of note who had some age on them and they were dealing with cancer. It's like
multiple myeloma.
Yeah.
A blood cancer that affects white blood cells and can severely compromise an immune system.
Yeah. So you see things like that have happened, like, oh my gosh, pardon me, what's his name that had the liver or pancreatic
cancer?
It passed away. The Alan Keyes. No, it wasn't Alan Keyes. It was,
I don't know who you're talking about. Category?
I'm having the worst time with names these days.
Anyway. Was it a movie? Was it?
No. Passed away after attending the Tulsa rally with Trump.
Herman Cain.
Herman Cain. How can I forget Herman Cain?
We were at that rally.
Saw Herman Cain at that rally. But I mean, he had been dealing. He said, "Look, I should have been dead 9 years ago."
Right.
So it's a crazy thing. The thing that's frustrating me, and everybody that wants to interview me right now, they keep saying, "Well, at least your governor's doing something admirable." And he's stopping these the vaccine mandates by employers. And I'm like, okay, we're in our third legislative session right now.
Right.
The House is not passing anything. The Senate, they're not even discussing these vaccine mandates on the House floor or the Senate floor. They're not even talking about them. They're not addressing them. They've already said, I have insider information, the Texas House has already said, we're not even going to address that.
God, what a bunch of bitches.
They're not even going to address that. Let me just
so
tell
mad.
you some of my insider info. Let me just read it for you for those of you who don't want to believe me. Here's the message. It says, just spoke with someone. Neither the House or the Senate will pass a bill banning vaccine mandates, and Abbott added another priority for higher education funding, and they, quote, had time to work on that, but are claiming that they don't have time for the ban on mandates. So those of you that, someone said to me on an interview the other day, he's doing such an admirable thing.
No.
Let me help you with Christmas, folks. Deer season. Deer season is here.
Yeah, we know.
November 7th is coming. Yeah.
We know it's deer season. We heard.
Deer season. Open season with my truck. You might want to start practicing. You don't have to go to the range, but I'll give you a holiday gift idea. The first item on your list needs to be iTarget Pro.
Truly.
It's a revolutionary system which allows you to dry fire practice with your actual firearm in the comfort, safety, and privacy of your own home. No, you're not hunting deer with 9mm or 45, but, still working on that trigger. Hey, you don't have to worry about Joe sniffing over your shoulder at the range. With the cost of ammo through the roof, law-abiding gun owners, you get a better way to train regularly. No more inconvenient trips to the range or expensive practice ammunition. Download iTarget's proprietary app, and I love saying, load the laser bullet into your firearm and start your training experience. Dry fire training will help develop muscle memory, sharpen target reaction speed, sight alignment, trigger function, a whole lot more. iTarget Pro, it comes in all the major calibers, including .223 for your AR. So, hey, some of you may deer hunt with your AR. Stay sharp with almost any firearm. Go to itargetpro.com right now and save 10%, plus get free shipping with the offer code CHAD. I spell it Chad. Did you see where Elijah Schaefer got a new AR?
Yes.
Oh, my God.
It's so pretty.
Keep firearms away from Elijah.
I can't believe they didn't catch his background check.
No kidding. It says here you were gay. Anyways, the letter I, targetpro.com. That's itargetpro.com. Promo code Chad. We'll be right back. So Fauci, our favorite little man, Fauci,
love him.
He said that anybody that's criticizing him, they're denying reality. They're full of conspiracy theories. But his supporters are guided by the truth. So I want you to play a little clip about the holidays from Fauci. Play it.
If you're vaccinated and your family members are vaccinated, those who are eligible, and that is obviously very young children are not yet eligible, that you can enjoy the holidays. You can enjoy Halloween, trick-or-treating, and certainly Thanksgiving with your family and Christmas with your families. That's one of the reasons why we emphasize why it's so important to get vaccinated, not only for your own safety, for that of your family, but also for the good of the community to keep the level of infection down. When you do that, there's no reason at all why you can't enjoy the holidays in a family way, the way we've traditionally done it all along.
Okay, so I did an campaign event last week. A lady came to me after the campaign event. I have an entertainment world and I have a serious world. So she came up to me, she goes, thank you. She goes, you really won me over tonight. I love this. She said, and I just want to say thank you for I don't know how to say this. And I said, cussing. And she goes, yeah, because sometimes you say it a lot on the show. I want to cuss right now. I'm not going to, for her, this time. I'm not going to cuss because I want to say a big old up yours to him.
Difficult story to put on me right now, Chad, after watching that.
So this, he says, you can enjoy the holidays if you've been fully vaccinated. You can enjoy your family. You could be around, la, 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 la. Unless you're, say, Colin Powell, who's fully vaccinated and has pre-existing conditions and comorbidities, and you're 84 years old. Now, which is it? Am I a conspiracy theorist?
He also is not the only one, let's point out.
Right.
All these breakthrough cases are looking more and more like they're not so breakthrough.
Amazing. So I just want to say that this is the kind of crap. That's why bringing up the Colin Powell story is important to talk about those details, because by his assessment, it would have been okay for, say, someone in condition like Colin Powell to go enjoy the holidays with the family.
Yes, and Chad, I don't know how much time you want to spend on this, but I do just would like to point out to everyone, if this was truly about controlling a virus and not about controlling the population, why would he not say anything about, unless you just recently had the virus and you still have natural immunity,
right,
if you still have antibodies, if you still have a T cell, why is that never on the docket to talk about? It's always just, if you've been fully vaccinated, we will give you your freedoms back, which, by the way, are not your freedoms if the government can just take them whenever they so choose.
Yeah, and if it was really about your health, they would actually have these commercials out there for the blah, blah. They would have commercials advertising the Moderna and the Pfizer and the Johnson & Johnson, but they can't, and they won't, because they also have to list the side effects. Mm-hmm. They have to list the side effects, because every time because you can advertise, you can do commercials, you've seen it. All those commercials out there, they have to list the side effects. They will not do that for this. They won't do it. So hope you get it. We're having a Christmas party. I don't know if you know it or not. We're going to pick a date here pretty soon.
Yes.
We're going to have a Christmas party, and we're going to have a party.
Yes,
Girl,
I love it.
I throw them parties.
I do know that.
Girl, I throw them parties.
I do know that.
Walk in the house, everybody gets a bathrobe. You know what I'm talking about? But let's talk about another pressing issue going on in America. I thought about buying a new phone, but they're apparently all on ships off the coast. Let's talk about this whole... let's talk about the supply chain issue. And I posted a picture. I caught a lot of grief. And I want to talk about it because tyranny arrives at your doorstep in a whole lot of different forms, folks. And it's the better to fool us into letting it in the door at first, and it's better to keep us from booting it out later on. It just kind of eases in tyranny. In the latter case, the chosen form is often neglect. And in a society which looks on with masturbatory love at the near-naked form of its own decadence, we are all hapless attendees at the last dance, which is American history, folks. It must be said, American history is less apt to end with a bang than with the self-congratulatory pillow talk before and after the bang. Enter stage left, our illustrious, oh-so-fabulous, and tragically named Secretary of Transportation, Pete Buttigieg, whose past 2 months have been on paternity leave. They've coincided eerily with the current supply chain crisis that's given a lot of stores some pretty ugly cavities of bare shelves lately. You've probably even seen the cute picture with both of them, he and Chasen, resting in a hospital bed and holding their new babies. Now, I'm not suggesting that Mayor Pete did all the breaking when it comes to our poor, battered economy. That takes an industrial-sized sledgehammer that, frankly, I don't think he could even lift by himself. And I'm also not suggesting that paternity leave shouldn't ever happen for anyone, but let's put it this way. One of the two needed to get their asses up and on out of that hospital bed and get back to work, and it may as well have been the guy who's supposed to be making sure that the economic veins and arteries that are the transportation system in this country don't get clogged with cholesterol. And we... like Fred Sanford, want to scream, "I'm coming home, Elizabeth," before collapsing into the third world heap we're apt to become in the wake of this downturn. But on the flip side, I'd also like to humbly submit for your listening and viewing pleasure that I am astonished, nay flabbergasted, that the man who made South Bend over when it came to fixing potholes had little to do with all the nonsense being perpetrated on the American people by the administration they perhaps elected to govern themselves. I find myself, as I so frequently do, uncomfortably resting upon the horns of an intellectual dilemma. And frankly, I'm tired of getting poked in the butt. And yes, that may or may not have been what Pete Buttigieg's husband said. The photographs, like the one you've seen of Pete and his hubby, are meant to be inspiring. And under normal circumstances, maybe they even move that little liberal part of your heart so much that a little tear rolls down your cheek. Thank God we have ascended to the time when such things are passé, when Nathan's and Oscar Mayer may share a cozy little space in the same container, and nobody will try to burn down the hot dog stand. And on it goes. Oh, so many euphemisms. What I want to know is, why were they in a hospital bed? That's for sick people, and I'm told that there's a shortage of beds and a whole army of sick people out there. Now, don't get me wrong, I salute and would offer my own hospital bed, if I had one, to any man who takes it upon himself to be the first in history to birth a set of twins through his pee-pee hole. But given that those particular screams of anguish were not heard echoing from sea to shining sea recently, at least to my knowledge, I don't think that's what transpired. Get out of bed, go to work, Pete Buttigieg. See if you can make this problem better and not worse. Finally, I want to look at the problem itself for a moment. We're in an unprecedented place right now. Supply shortages and failing distribution lines are not merely an inconvenience right now. They're a portent of things to come. Weathering the storm has always been the special province of the United States. It's one of the things that always made the world respect us until we stop respecting ourselves. But there comes a point past which we cannot rise beyond the leathery horizon of our own bootstraps. I pray that time hasn't come, folks, and I'll do everything in my power to fight it. Now, how about you? What about you, Secretary of Transportation Pete? How's about you be the booty judge, jury, and executioner of a better freaking plan? This guy, he went from managing 43 city buses to having an $86 billion budget as a transportation secretary. And I just want to know, he ran for president. What if he had been elected, nay, appointed? Would he have also taken 2 months off to hold those sweet babies in his arms and pose for pictures? I don't know. Get off your ass. God knows you've had enough things in it. Now get off of it. Hey, friends, if all the news headlines about your coming food shortages don't get your attention, what will? I'm telling everyone I know to acquire some emergency preparedness food before it's too late. I recommend My Patriot Supply. They're the largest preparedness company in the country, and they've served millions of American families. Their food stays fresh for up to 25 years. It's delicious as well. Right now, save $100 on their best-selling 3-month emergency food kit. You'll enjoy a variety of breakfasts, lunches, dinners, drinks, and snacks. Each kit has enough food for 3 months per person, and an average 2,000 calories per day. So get one for everybody in the family. Save $100 per kit. It's too good to pass up. Go to preparewithchad.com. Before you know it, your food will arrive discreetly at your door in unmarked boxes for your privacy. That's preparewithchad.com. Only you can make sure your family has food to eat. Pete ain't gonna do it. The shortages are here, folks. Don't let your family down. Preparewithchad.com. We'll be right back. Oh, Pete Buttigieg. People were coming at me like, oh, I thought you support babies. Is that just the unborn ones? I support the babies. I think the babies are going to be just fine. But why did you hide a 2-month hiatus?
Yes.
I mean,
exactly.
Have a paternity leave, but geez.
Oh, I made a joke that I got called homophobic for because I said it's nice that he could take a break from breastfeeding to go on national news. Oh, that's so homophobic. No, it's not. It's making the point that there was no reason for him to be gone for 2 months because he didn't birth a baby and he's not nursing the baby.
Pete and Chasten. So I was talking to somebody the other day. I'm going to do a comedy bit about the just ridiculousness because, there's this, like, I don't know what even made me think of this, but there's people out there who are having sex with each other while wearing masks. Like, they're so woke.
Yes.
By the way, get my book, Am I Crazy? An Unapologetic Patriot Takes on the Insanity of Today's Woke World. There are people out there who are so woke that they're just, like, that's the new protected sex.
Yeah.
Right? That's the new protected sex. Like, getting into it, baby, we're taking the masks off tonight. We're going raw.
I mean, there are like some states that they've put money in their public health education to tell people to have sex with masks on.
Like it used to be, you were living dangerously if you took the condom off.
Yeah.
Now it's like, we're taking the mask
Whoa,
off tonight.
I didn't consent to that.
Wait. It's like you start to get intimate. You're watching Netflix, and then when you start to chill, it's like, oh wait, did you bring a mask? That's true, right?
I don't know. Let me see if I have a spare one in my wallet.
I gotta run to the pharmacy. I gotta get a mask before I lose my thing. That many dick jokes in a Pete Buttigieg rant, and I don't even say the word erection.
Except this time you could you could go to your car and grab a used mask. I don't know that you could. I don't know that you could do the same with the condom.
Now with reservoir tips.
And Chad,
mask with a reservoir fold.
I got some answers for you. Last week we talked about Demi.
Demi Lovato?
Yes. And you said, how is she the new spokesperson
for extraterrestrials?
I found the answer.
Come on, you don't. Yo.
I found
what do you got?
The answer.
Let me see
ready?
what you got. Do it.
So I woke up in my room and there was like 3 beings. Ooh. And they were like, do you want to see your planet? And I was like, oh, sorry. Sorry.
You were like, hell yeah.
I was like, hell yeah, let's go. So I like whooshed out of my room and was like hovering over the planet. And then all of a sudden they were like, you want to see our planet? And I was like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
So then I whooshed to this like pink and purple planet that I've never seen, but.
This makes me ashamed to be from North Texas with those two right there. Demi's from Grapevine and Kelly's from Burleson.
We don't claim them.
I don't want to. I don't think they claim us either.
It's okay.
Golly, I bet they did some damage on craft services and greenery.
No comment.
Chris, that's beautiful, right? Like Kelly's got to take her serious. Like, there were 3 beings in my room, and I'm like, "What's up, yo?" And it's like, maybe stop having the orgies, you know?
Stop taking hard drugs.
Like that's what is it? The old school where he comes home from the insurance meeting and and the people are coming into his house blindfolded. Yeah. Is this where the orgy is? You know? Because his wife's been girlfriend, whatever. Like, maybe stop letting people in the house, Demi. Wow.
That woman she needs help.
She's not a woman. How dare you?
She's a they.
She's a they.
Crap.
They, them.
Dead named again.
But
Dang
yes. Who watches this crap? My gosh, man. Come on, man. It makes me want to be like mad Joe Biden. Like, he was furious the other day.
Oh.
He was so mad.
That was a dementia moment.
Yeah. I mean, tell me you got dementia without telling me you've got dementia.
Yeah.
You got that clip? Play.
Fewer democracies in the world today than we did 15 years ago. Fewer.
Whoa.
Not more.
Whoa.
Fewer.
All right. That one, though, is like that's a Photoshop one, right?
Like
his face
like
doesn't really.
Fake?
Yeah. Well, no, it's just it's like they ran his head through a Snapchat filter.
It looks that way, but I don't think so.
That's scary.
Yeah.
Maybe it was just the demonic possession, probably.
Like, that's how I look on a toilet.
We need to get you more fiber.
Look at him.
Look at him.
Metamucil, Joe. Look at that face, man. How do you make your eyes get closer together? Like, he managed to pull that off. But Joe, of course, was caught maskless at the D.C. restaurant.
Oh, I'm shocked. I thought all of our Democratic leaders followed the mandates they put on everyone else.
I don't know that I've ever, like, when's the last time you saw a president going to a swanky restaurant in D.C.? Like, he just can't get the senator out of him, right? All the help's wearing a mask, but there he goes, you know. There's Jill. She doesn't have a mask on.
No.
He doesn't. You know, here comes the tyrants, the premiers.
And you know what really pisses me off? The people who would defend them go, well, but they're vaccinated. It's like,
so was Colin Powell.
But they say, well, they don't have to wear the mask because they're vaccinated. Well, so are all of the other people who they're putting that stupid mandate on.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that doesn't matter now that they're vaccinated? It's ridiculous.
That's a Michelin restaurant too. Fiola Mayor Fiola, I don't know. Somebody said, we're going to go to a Michelin-rated restaurant. And I said, I'm not going.
I don't even know what Michelin this is how high class I am. I don't even know what Michelin rated is.
That's hoity-toity right there.
It must be.
I'm like, I'm not going to that.
How many stars does it have on Yelp?
Why? Right.
That's what I want to know.
I need some thumbs up. I can't even understand Michelin ratings.
How many Facebook likes does it have?
I mean,
that's
I'm going to pay $750 a plate for
Absolutely
a little squirt of something with some juice on the plate, make it look pretty.
And it seems like the more expensive it is, the less there is on the plate.
It's bad.
It's just a tiny little
I live in
spoonful.
Fort Worth, Texas. There's some of those restaurants I won't go.
Yeah.
You're out of your damn mind. I go to Buffalo Brothers and get a pizza and some wings.
There you go. More bang for your buck.
Hells yeah. You got TikTok? Make me feel guilty.
Hi.
You have a minute?
No, I don't.
I can give you one.
You can give me one?
I can give you one.
Why do
I need you to wear a mask.
So you can hand me a mask,
I can hand you one, yeah.
but you can't hand me the drink without a mask?
You've got to wear a mask.
How does that make any sense?
That's what I just need you to wear a mask. Do you mind?
Well, if you can hand me a mask, why can't you just hand me the drink?
I can hand you the mask.
Did you hear him short-circuiting? He was short-circuiting. She called him on it, and he's like, don't know answer to this. Not pre-programmed.
And the smoke comes out of the back of his head. You know, that's what I picture seeing right there. I want everybody out there to just stop parroting the lines that they've told you. And I want you to think about the words that are coming out of your mouth. She was kind of cute, by the way. Kind of a Jessica Biel kind of, right? And she's smart, unlike Jessica Biel. She was actually kind of smart with the whole, holla at your boy, TikTok.
I'll show you her Instagram.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is she cute?
I got you. Yeah, she's really cute.
I'll let you, boy.
There you go.
Anyway, here come the messages. Chad, are you? Oh my God.
Yeah.
No, aren't you? Are you?
By the way, well, since we're screwing, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm messing up my own, right?
I'll hand you a mask. If we're screwing, you better hang on, girl. Not till I hand you a mask. All right?
Sorry, I forgot. You can't be too safe these days.
You sleep with me, I'll give you all kind of things. Here come the messages. I thought he was married.
Oh my gosh.
Somebody sent me a message yesterday on Instagram, said, I think we should meet. I love your material. I think we should meet and all that stuff. And I said, thank you. Does that mean we should meet, that you agree? And I was like, I'm out of this conversation.
So you're saying we should meet?
So
you're saying you want to get married?
I love everything you do. I love your shows. I love I leave you a review. I thank you. Does that mean we should meet?
So you're saying you want me to bear your children?
Yeah. I'd love to wear your skin. What size do you, anyway. Wow. We got to be right back. Me and Sarah will be screwing. Let's see. I'm going to be in Nacogdoches tomorrow. Go to prather2022.com for political events, and going to be in Midland on Wednesday, Thursday night. Thursday night, I'm going to be at the Rusty Bucket. I think from like 4 to 6, we're going to be there. It's the end of the oil show. It's a pate. All kind of stuff going on.
This Get your man tickets. Is everywhere.
Come hang out with us at in Arlington, Texas, at the Arlington Music Hall. And going to be in all kind of places, quite honestly. Going to be in Houston, Texas, Lubbock, Texas on November 5th.
When are you in Arlington?
December 17th.
Okay.
November 5th, get your tickets. Come see us in Lubbock. December 10th, we're going to be in Vidor, Texas, which is down near Beaumont, doing some shows. Prather, watchchat.com's got it all. And Prather2022.com has a campaign events. Please donate. Running on fumes, baby. Not really, but... We kind of are broke. Hey, let's leave a rating and review. S. Woods, 1980. This is what America needs. Thanks for all you do, Mr. Chad. Enjoy every episode and keep it up. Thank you. Well, thank you. Go to where podcasts are offered, specifically on Apple Podcasts. Leave a rating and review. I don't even know where we're ranked right now. It's pathetic is what it is. 47. Pathetic. I wish it was 47.
Well, the algorithm, they want to keep us down.
They want to keep them.
They want to keep us down. Don't let them do it.
Yeah. Hey, we're going to get back tomorrow. Tuesday is Monday's Hangover. Sarah's going to be here with us. Thank you very much for being here.
Yeah.
And rock and roll. We love y'all. ChadOnBlaze.com. Love you. Talk to you then. Bye.